you miss us when we went live? Not to worry. Join us again at www.twitch.tv/theimmortal312, where we host live sessions of Debatespot Convos. Get all of the content, unfiltered, uncut, straight to your device by joining us at www.twitch.tv/theimmortal. Settings are all placed, and we're good to go. God, it's been a while. I think the last time we did a Debatespot Convos podcast, and that was all the way on.
I just remember the one we did live where I was like 40 pounds lighter than I am now.
Yeah, that was so long ago. Yeah, so the last one was, oh, never mind, not October 5th, 2019, the last one. But the first one, I think, was said, yeah,
well, shit, that was a long ass time ago because that was before you went to the army.
correct. And we have one February 2nd, 2018.
Shit, that was like 4 years ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Fuck. Holy fuck.
I think that was the one with, it's funny because going back and listening to it, I didn't do any like post editing stuff, so it's just like the raw audio, and the audio garbage, so you can barely hear it. So bad. It's so bad. That's why these formats are just so much better, because you hear everything, you custom levels.
Yeah, with our direct microphones and everything.
Exactly. So 2020 Cyberpunk, I think, is still playable. I have not had those absolute sheer game breaking ones that I've heard about.
Much not playable.
Yeah, so like it seems like, and this is the craziest part, it seems like it's super dependent on who is playing, or like what system it gets put on, right? So it worked fine for mine. James had to go through like the 4 layers of hell to get it downloaded.
To even get it running to even get it downloaded.
Right, so like automatically,
yeah,
like a super bad experience.
I had a problem downloading it, but once I got past that, I didn't have any game-breaking bugs. I had some things here and there that were kind of funny, like
I've had the T-poses.
Characters were supposed to. See, I haven't had a T-pose. I've had a character who was supposed to be standing up, walking, still in their animation, sitting in a chair.
I have also had, just quest triggers not spawn, so I had to reload the game.
Oh, gee. That's
like I would go past a quest trigger and it just
the game.
work.
Those are the bad ones. Those are super bad.
Plus, my downloading problems. Every time the game would update.
Yeah, you also had a bunch of random game updates that I didn't have to go through. It's weird.
Maybe they were like, this motherfucker is missing files and shit. His download did not occur.
So we have a article from Polygon.com dated December 11th.
Oh God, games journalism.
Yeah, so the company,
I'm sorry, James.
Project Red, the company also announced that sales of Cyberpunk 2077 on Steam crossed the 50 million mark over 2 weeks ago. Honestly, that seems a little bit low for I was thinking. That's a lot. That's still a lot, but I was thinking it would be a little bit more.
That's extremely high.
So is Gavin James Harris.
Don't just dox that man.
So we have meaning that from the point forward, it has been receiving 80% of royalties from the platform. That's on Steam. Okay. So that's a lot of moan. So maybe they can use that to fix game.
I mean, they've already started fixing the game, but if they're not gonna fix the download problem, I'm just not gonna be able to download it again.
Yeah, we have from the chat. I hate how.
Oh, did you like uninstall it or what?
Yeah, I've had to like 3 times to download it.
So we have from the chat. We have, I hate how some people say, "Where's third person?" just to be cool on Twitter or something. I know this game needs 2 to 3 months of fixes, but like, come on, they never advertised third person, right?
They did at the beginning, and then they announced that it wouldn't have third person.
Yeah, I think they, what, like, how long before released it? Like
Well,
months, right?
it was years. I mean, it was just towards the beginning of development, and then they cut
No.
third person and immediately let everybody know.
Okay, so now we've kind of covered the base of Cyberpunk. Now we're going to talk about should they now express this kind of, but should they feel bad for releasing a product in this state?
I think that
Well, no, because
the
developers.
developers shouldn't feel bad, but
Yeah,
the company itself should definitely feel
Yeah.
bad.
They kind of kept saying like, "Hey, we need more time. The game isn't ready."
yeah. So we're separating the two entities: the CD Projekt Red, the company head, and then which is, I guess,
Which is
Richard
the stockholders.
Barzamowski.
It's also the stockholders.
Yeah.
though.
So we're separating CD Projekt Red from the actual dev team who know the game intimately and has the ability to say, yeah, this game is ready, which they were probably yelling, no, this game is not ready. And CD Projekt was like, fuck it, we'll fix it anyway.
We'll fix it later. They Bethesda'd
Exactly.
it.
So this is the thing though. Okay, so this is why everyone should be looking still at Bethesda. You have a game Skyrim, okay? Now,
That shit's still broken.
that shit's still broken, okay? And it's not like it's a CD, okay? We're past the era of gaming where if a game was bugged, it was bugged. Like, it's a CD, you put it inside something, and that's how the game is, right? Unless you get a whole new issue, a whole new CD. It's too easy now with a
but
digital game to update
I
games.
feel like with a Bethesda game, the bugs are kind of part of the experience.
No. That is a very cheap way of developers or companies saying, yeah, it's a feature. It's a shitty excuse for bad game development and an unfinished product. And if we start accepting that, the quality of games will go down exponentially throughout the years.
So off the top of my head, I can't think of any game-breaking bugs with Skyrim.
I mean,
True.
The base version of Skyrim locks you at 30 frames unless you do weird shit to unlock it.
Bethesda, released Skyrim, which is full of bugs, just riddled with bugs. You have to mod the shit out of it to get any kind of enjoyable experience out of it. 3,
also just
but
that's a mediocre game.
3,
that's a lot of
their version of upgrading it and making it better is just releasing Skyrim Special Edition. Instead of just
also
isn't even better.
Instead of fixing
and
the
Special
base
Edition
game.
had its own crop of bugs too.
Exactly. It was just
time that
in
game wouldn't run on
let's
anything.
just increase FPS and make higher res textures.
I think if I remember right, Special Edition actually is less prone to crashing and bugs.
Yeah, but they also re-released it. Which is shitty.
Are you fucking serious? So I'm playing Resident Evil right now. Resident Evil 3, the remake. And I'm doing a second playthrough from the beginning, and Nemesis just punched me, and then I got stuck, and I immediately got punched again. So I got a bullshit death on my save now. I'm trying to get fucking. So god damn it.
I did see this tweet going around that was like, I want games that look worse, where the developers are paid less to work less, or paid more to work less. And I'm not kidding. And I kind of agree with that.
I want to give the power to the developers like all indie companies have, right? They know when the game is done and they'll release it. Stop yelling. Stop listening to the neckbeards on Reddit or online that's saying, oh, when's the game gonna be done? I already pre-ordered it. Blah, 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 blah. Mom, where's my Doritos? Where's the Mountain Dew?
No, I also think there's kind of a problem where they market the games too early and they market them way too much.
But that's not the developer's problem.
Yeah.
No,
that's
I
the
know.
Publisher's
I'm not
problem.
saying it's the developer's problem, but I think it's an issue of they've made promises, people are expecting things, and so now they've put that stress on the developers where they have to get it out.
Okay.
Fucking shit. What is this bullshit? This didn't happen in my other playthrough.
All right, so listen to this. Okay, so we have top 7 horrendously buggy games we loved anyway. What is off the top of your head? What is the game on the top of the list? Number 1.
Anything made
Anything made by Bethesda.
Okay,
Yeah.
completely valid. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Apparently just horrendously bugged.
There's still
believe.
bugs in Fallout New Vegas where
Okay.
if you like
Fallout 3 doesn't even fucking work.
Yeah, it also
anymore
doesn't
on
work
PC.
on Windows
Exactly.
10.
All right, so in the number 2 spot, what do you think we have?
without some like really really fucked up.
All of the Bethesda games are on there.
This is what's actually this one's
my
actually kind of
answer.
surprising to me. This one's Red Dead Redemption.
I mean, that's yeah.
Fair. From Rockstar. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Fair. Valid. Are they talking about like the network code or?
no. Red Dead, the first game. They're talking
the
about
first
the
one.
first game. They're probably just talking about bugs in the game.
Third, can't forget this one.
I thought that game had horses.
This one
Yeah.
kind of always kind of slips by the radar because I think it has too much nostalgia value, but it's definitely buggy. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. So
Oh, yeah, that shit is broke.
yeah,
That
so
one's
broken.
not overlooked. It's just people
I feel
don't
no.
care.
I feel like
They
it
think
is.
the glitches are fun.
There's literally the easiest duping glitch to ever possibly
the
exist.
skooma. What you like? Go in your inventory, drop something, and
Yes.
you swing your sword at the same time. It's good.
You do some weird shit, but it's such an
No,
easy
so
thing to
it's,
do, and you can accidentally do it easily.
So basically, you select a stack of scrolls, and then you quick drop something from your inventory, and it dupes that to however many scrolls you had.
It's so easy to perform.
I have a good one, Hulu. Running. We have on the next list. On the next one, we have Far Cry 2.
Yeah, that game is still broken. I actually really like that game, but it is definitely broken. There's sometimes when outpost enemies just don't spawn, so you can't
Just
complete outposts.
Awkwardly.
It happened to me like 4 times.
So we also have Sonic Adventure.
I don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, I couldn't care. Like, we're looking for actual games. We also have Gears of War, number 6 on the slot. And then last on the list is Dead Island.
I can't really think of Gears of War
Bro.
being buggy.
Leave Dead Island alone. I like that game a lot. Okay.
let's switch gear. Let's kind of like change.
Okay,
I
no.
like Dead Island, but the game is not that good.
I want to say something, and it's that CG Projekt Red should have done the Dying Light 2 approach, where they in January, the Techland, the developers of Dying Light 2, said, "Hey, we're indefinitely delaying the game. We're not giving a release date. It's being worked on. It'll be done when it's done."
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's going to come out this year because they've been talking about it a little bit more. If it doesn't, that's fine because they haven't given a release date, and they're not allowing people to pre-order the game. So,
see, what I like is how I see all sorts of advertisement and shit for Dying Light 2, but then it's all Dying Light 1 gameplay footage. Like, I'll see the ads on Instagram and shit, and it's just
because they haven't released a lot of Dying Light 2 footage.
Yeah.
I know, but you shouldn't be using footage of the first game to advertise.
I haven't seen any advertisements for Dying Light 2.
I've been seeing them on Instagram.
So
or I'll be recommended the Dying Light 2 page.
So
and it'll be like,
well, that's not advertising. That's just a recommendation.
Well,
changing.
It's not an advertisement because it's labeled as an advertisement if it is.
It's in those advertisement blocks where it's like, hey, check out this page, in the same place where it'd be like, hey, go check out my.
So they're currently talking about the game development behind Cyberpunk.
as the advertisements on Instagram. It's not like the ones that pop up like, "Hey, follow this person."
All right, let's go ahead and look at No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky was also one of those games that was kind of rough on launch. Really made a lot of people angry because a lot of the things that were promised weren't necessarily there when launch came about.
I was not angry because I had no expectations.
Yeah, so I, for one,
I
didn't
just
have
think
many
it's
expectations. I knew some of the things that were expected, like functioning multiplayer, et cetera, right? So like more diverse things. So I'm pretty sure one of the problems was the gameplay wasn't as diverse. There were a lot of the same assets used.
Brandon, I specifically
one.
remember us arguing with you about the fact that multiplayer wasn't in the game, even though they claimed it was.
Yeah, they had
And
they had a
you
lot of
were
issues.
saying, "Oh, the universe is just that big that you won't see each other."
It's I believe that it was released August 9th of 2016. That's 5 years ago. But
Right?
now, by the way, the developer of this game is Hello Games. Now this is kind of interesting.
Wait, which game? Are
Hello
you talking
Games,
about?
No Man's Sky.
No, okay.
Yeah. So why is it that this game developer is able to fix their game
It's an
and
indie game.
play it? Or yeah, exactly.
It's an indie
indie.
developer?
It's indie developed. And I'm pretty sure this is the problem with the big kind of like gaming studios is all their funding for a project stops after it's like they just give zero care. So I honestly, personally, my prediction is it's going to be a miracle if we actually get updates for Cyberpunk.
I mean, they already said that they were going to release updates. So if they don't now, then they're in big shit doo doo.
Yeah.
Because that is fraud.
And also, I mean, they are a AAA company, but it is independently published by themselves.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's not through a bigger publisher. So by a technicality, I guess they're independent, but they're also like a huge company. So I wouldn't necessarily label them as independent. Zach, I don't know. There's no videos on the Dying Light 2 Instagram page. There's only videos on the Dying Light 1 Instagram page.
We have No Man's Sky is so yeah. I'm just I get so aggravated when I was seeing those people complaining that they wanted a refund, basically returning the game, and they were just baffled and blown away that they didn't get to keep it.
Yeah, dude.
Like those are real people.
They want a refund, but they want
those are real
still.
people. Like it's the equivalent of ordering a pizza, eating it all, and then like expecting to get your money back.
Yeah.
Like how that works everywhere, literally everywhere, is you get a good. I don't like this product. I want to give it back. I just want my no. I want my money back. That's it. I'll just keep it in my shelf. That's not how that works. You can't just
Amazon does it sometimes.
You can't just Amazon does it. I just had that happen recently. A gift for my wife didn't come on time. So it was late, and so I got a whole refund. And I still received the product. But that's because Jeff Bezos can fucking afford it.
Extremely true. Hey, you're talking to your overlord on Twitch right now. You better watch your mouth.
Shut the fuck up, James. They didn't know that.
What do you mean they didn't know that? Who didn't know that?
Everyone.
No, everybody knows that Twitch is owned by Amazon. Why do you think that you can prime
Not what I
sub?
thought you meant.
Yeah.
Not what I thought you
idiot.
meant.
But for the whole Amazon thing, is
Shut the fuck up.
They prescribed a time or day that I was supposed to receive a product, and therefore that is a viable.
I like how he
reason
uses the word prescribed.
I got
as
the
if
money back.
Amazon is a fucking doctor.
It's also just a word to use in the English
It's
language.
also a word.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Us writers will
I just
forever be
think-
prosecuted, won't we?
For using big
For our
words.
good vocabulary.
I like how you use prosecuted instead of persecuted.
Because you're prosecuting right now.
I am not sending you to jail, or I am not.
I'll send you
putting
to
you on
horny jail,
trial
bonk bonk. We need to make our own game.
Brandon, I just got a new gun yesterday.
Oh, you got a new
okay?
gun. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one you showed.
Wait, what? I didn't show you.
Oh no, you showed me your camoed one.
Yeah, I painted that one.
Yeah.
I bought a different one.
What a dork.
All right, folks. So
Fuck you, James.
we are in the little section. Matt can go ahead and suggest a singular topic that we can
Oh,
go ahead
no.
and talk
We're
about
in
for
the
the
part
group.
of the podcast where we
But-
hate each other and get mean.
But we'll go ahead and talk about
I've been in
random
that part
bullshit
the whole
until
time.
the time is up. You gotta go and see. But yes,
Fuck.
how was your guys's how was your
Fuck.
There's-
Take my Bezos money, Brandon. Take
That
this
was our what?
this part of the podcast is brought to you by the NRA.
it.
How was our what?
Thank you, Z, for that stellar comment. How was your guys' New Year's? How was your guys' New Year's?
I
what
drank
did you
a whole
do?
bottle of champagne by myself.
Okay, going for the whole like midlife crisis, 40-year-old woman feel there. I like it. How about you? Barb Jam?
You can just call me James.
I'm gonna call you.
I
Fuck, where's the grenade launcher?
just kind of sat around and then I played a board game this morning.
I went to bed.
That is
He
very
and the
fair.
wife went to bed at a
Oh, I also slept through the new year.
Yeah,
because
straight up
alcohol
slept.
makes me drowsy.
I looked at. Where are we going to?
Dude, I went to bed at 3 a.m. because the person I was sleeping in the room with was snoring so loud.
And I was just tired. So
I'm
exhausting.
gonna tell Jenna. I'm gonna tell Jenna.
Jenna
you
was
said that.
not sleep. She was not the one that was snoring.
My
Who the
mic is-
fuck were you sleeping with if it wasn't
on,
Jenna?
I
let's see.
wasn't sleeping with Gwen.
No,
She
Testing.
was just sleeping in the same room.
did you say Gwen or Glenn?
Gwen, you actually have cum in your ears. That's what I've decided.
Well,
Or I'm playing a fucking video game and there's other shit going on, cunt.
okay,
Gwen
let's
has
see.
cum in his ears.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna put some in yours, little boy.
Don't call me lil boy.
That's not okay.
Oh, would you prefer special boy?
No, I'd prefer you just not to say words to me.
Let us talk about
Fine then, I guess we'll just
some
stop being friends then.
science.
Fuck, I did it again!
Brandon's over here just like listening to the downfall of our friendship, and he's like,
Do-do-do-do.
"Science,
I
though."
keep
No, you're all good, Z.
boys, I keep fucking up.
I need to know these things.
So I'm playing Resident Evil, and I got a bonus item that makes it so I can craft more ammo when I have it in my inventory. I keep forgetting to fucking pull it out before I craft ammo.
Have you guys heard about the new quote-unquote room temperature superconductors?
Sounds like someone's gonna make a bomb out of it.
I don't know anything about superconductors. I'm just gonna be honest.
Okay, fantastic. We have
idea that
topic.
it's- Don't fucking tell me what a superconductor does.
So,
Is a superconductor.
a superconductor is a.
I literally just said don't tell me.
I am going to. But the whole
Brennan,
room
we're not
temperature
gonna be friends
superconductors.
anymore.
The room temperature superconductors are really cool because no longer do you have to be negative 170 degrees Celsius below zero. Right now, you can do some cool shit at quote unquote kitchen temperature, like means. So it's significantly
0 degrees
less.
Kelvin.
It could work as warm as -3 degrees Celsius, which is
I
awesome.
don't know if I'd call -3 degrees. Oh wait, Celsius.
Yeah, it's considerably warmer than the previous -170 degrees Celsius.
Isn't -3 degrees Celsius like fucking 30 Fahrenheit
Yeah.
or like 26 or something?
What was the question?
What in
26.6
Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, it's not like anywhere near.
All right, so I've got a topic. Let's debate Celsius versus Fahrenheit.
What is there
Everything
to
should be
debate?
on the fucking metric system, dude.
No, see, I think
No,
think
fuck off with your
science.
America shit. I don't
Hold
want
on.
to hear it.
Hold on. So in terms of temperature, I think scientific things are perfectly fine being in Celsius. I have no problem with that. However, what I have come to think about is Fahrenheit in terms of like the weather and shit. Fahrenheit makes so much more sense.
It's because
Because
you grew up
Fahrenheit.
with Fahrenheit. It's
No,
literally
I-
because you grew up with
it's
Fahrenheit.
because Fahrenheit is based around how temperature feels to people, whereas Celsius is based on the
Okay,
fucking boiling point of water.
If it's so good, then why do you have to have a wind chill number as well then? If it's like this is the temperature, then why do you also have to have a wind chill number for Fahrenheit? If you had a wind chill number for Celsius, whatever. 'cause
Also,
apparently
I
it's
would
so
like
not
to add.
good.
I would like to add that all scientific things are pretty much centigrade.
It's so much
Kelvin as
easier.
well. Because most scientific things are regarding materials, not necessarily a human experience.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, in terms of like how things feel to people, Fahrenheit makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because 100 degrees is really fucking hot, and 0 degrees is really fucking cold, and anything beyond that is in extreme temperatures and dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's beautiful that boiling point Celsius is one. I like that.
Well,
that
yeah,
has
that's
some
what I'm
sort of
saying.
appeal.
It's based around water, but think about this. If I say it's 20 degrees outside, that doesn't sound very hot.
It's
But if I
because
say
Okay.
you
it's
didn't
100
grow
degrees,
up with
Yeah.
Celsius in regards to
S-
outside temperature.
Zach, what you're
but
describing
at
is
the same time,
what
at
you're
the same time,
describing.
a 0 to 100 scale for feeling of
Hey,
heat,
thank you, Hyclorid, for the cheers. As you're listening to
a
Zach
0
complain
to
about
100
Celsius.
feeling.
Okay, Zach. James
'Cause
is
I think
100% right.
No,
In
I'm
terms
sorry.
of weather,
No, if you ask a Canadian person, oh, like, how does 20 degrees Celsius feel? They're gonna tell you how it feels because they grew up with Celsius.
Oh, geez, that sounds like a good day.
If you tell them Fahrenheit, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is that? That's
but
so
it's
imprecise."
just like it's just like Brandon's shit where the 100-degree boiling point like feels right. Really, really fucking hot being 100 degrees makes sense.
I mean, 100 degrees Celsius is very hot.
But also,
I'm talking about for weather, Brandon.
almost the entire rest of the world uses.
I don't
Celsius.
care what the rest of the world
So
uses.
if we want to
use
interact with
the
the rest of the
dumb
world, because
system.
we
I think
have
that
to.
would break them. I don't think they're.
Why do you keep? Wait, is Z somebody in the chat?
Yes, Z's in the chat. No, I'm talking to my fucking little
Okay.
minion
Are
on my
you
desk.
actually brain dead?
I
Okay,
thought he might
Zach.
have been calling me Z because my name is Zach, dickhead.
No, do I just make up random like nicknames for my friends?
That's how nicknames come about, douchebag.
So Jay, how was your vacation?
I would rather blow my head off than you ever. call
That's
Jay
why
ever
I called James Jameski. That didn't fucking come from somewhere. I just started calling him that.
Okay. Anyway, Celsius. I mean, so I think it's the confirmation bias or something. We all grew up with Fahrenheit. At least everyone in this fucking, Discord grew up with Fahrenheit. So yes, Celsius is weird, and we always have to bust out a fucking calculator. But every single person who has grown up with Celsius is able to communicate 100% using the Celsius system.
and
Completely
can
effectively.
communicate with the rest of the world.
Why do you think
Whereas when we go, oh, it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit, they're like, I literally cannot fathom that.
if it wasn't
because I don't know what that means.
if Celsius wasn't easy to understand, then why is the weather in every single country aside from America in Celsius? If it's not easy to
Because
understand.
they use Celsius as a standard system.
So
I'm not saying that it's impossible to understand Celsius. Like, if I would have grown up with it, I could see I would understand it fine. However, I still think a 0 to 100 scale makes more, like, it feels better to use.
Okay. Okay. It feels better.
Like,
to you.
I think in terms of describing
With a
how it feels
snowflake
outside,
like your feelings.
I honest no,
David,
like,
I will shoot myself.
because no, in that regard, I have almost the kind of the separate sentiment for which system feels better, because saying something is 0 degrees Celsius, like, that's fucking cold. It's 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and I can understand that. I know that. And saying something is 100 degrees, I'm like, holy shit, get out of the oven, dude. Like, what are you doing? That's fucking boiling, you know. So you're kind of, I think I'm able to rationalize a little bit, but I will agree that space between that is a little bit tight, right?
Plus
Exactly.
Zach, no, Zach, you're also not even taking into account that Celsius also uses decimal places.
Yeah.
Also uses what?
Decimal places. Like the reason why Celsius is good is because it uses decimal places to more accurately represent things. Plus, you get to also have the ability to communicate with the rest of the world. And also, Celsius does go into negatives.
I
Like,
know
it
Celsius
doesn't
goes
just
into
go
negative.
from 0 to 100. It goes
I
into the
know
negatives
it.
and over 100.
No shit, James. There are temperatures beyond the boiling point of water and below the freezing point of water.
Okay, but you just kept saying 0 to 100, and that's not the case.
What I'm saying is, in terms of feel for the air, like, literally what I'm saying is, like, for use in weather, Fahrenheit makes more sense because
Yes.
Fahrenheit is based around the
Yes.
feel for a person.
0 degrees Fahrenheit being way colder than freezing, total sense. 100% sense. Cannot fathom more
Because
sense than this.
snow is a naturally occurring, like,
How do you rationalize 0 degrees Fahrenheit not being freezing? Why is it 32?
Exactly. That's my point. It's like so
It's very
Because
arbitrary.
for
there's
satisfaction.
weather that is colder than freezing,
Exactly. So
like,
that's when you go negative.
regularly occurring.
That's
Yeah,
when you go negative.
that's why negatives exist.
So a comment in the chat says C is not only limited to a range of 0 to 100 degrees Celsius. Officially, it has a lower limit of negative 273.16, but that could easily be proven wrong by every
Fuck
high
it, dude.
school
Fuck
student
it, dude.
solving
This
a
is-
thermodynamic problem.
This is what I'm gonna say. Every single weather pattern should be based on the Kelvin scale.
That's hilarious.
Kelvin's a okay. Using Kelvin for weather would be fucking atrocious. That would be fucking horrible.
All right, folks. Welcome. Let's go and get to the
We just had to
weather.
be like, oh yeah, it's fucking 230
Looks like
degrees
looks
outside.
like it's gonna be a lovely day outside. With a 288. You guys better wear your shorts. It's gonna be a nice breezy day.
It's gonna be a 300K today. So you better put on your tank tops and go to the beach.
So I have a little question.
I think that would just make it way
A
funnier.
300K kind of day. I like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. It just makes it more fun. You can always count on.
So let's talk about the since we're on the topic of imperial units. Let's talk about the origin of imperial units.
What is 300 degrees Kelvin? I'm actually curious.
26 Celsius or like 78 Fahrenheit.
I love it.
Why do you know 300 Kelvin, the conversion?
Because I just
off the
Googled
top
it.
Of your... Okay.
I'm looking at it right now.
You got that a little bit too quick.
So
I thought you knew it off the top of your head.
Another comment says the C scale is based on the K scale, but it's shifted to make it easier for people to imagine, as people are not good at imagining.
I love big numbers.
So let's talk
Why
about.
Do you think I'd play Commando in Risk of Rain?
Let's talk. Let's talk about the
I'm
creation
not sure
of
if that's
imperial
supposed
units.
To be a stab at me.
That's a stab at me because I play Commando.
Let's talk
Okay,
about the the Imperial units. Imperial is also called British
I remember
Imperial
every
System.
time we played Risk of Rain, I have played Commando, and so I thought you were.
Now, everyone buckle up. If you're against anything British, then you might want to hold on to your seats. Imperial units also
Oh,
called...
I hate England.
Okay, well, hold on to your seat. Imperial units, also called British Imperial System, units of measurement of the British Imperial System, the traditional system of weights and measures used officially in Great Britain from
Are you
1812
gonna bring up stone?
until the adoption of the metric system beginning in 1965.
By liking the
Stone-
imperial, no, Zach. By liking the imperial system, you like Britain.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they came up with it.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
United
they
States...
also came up with English. Doesn't
The-
mean I like them.
The United States customary system of weights and measures is derived from the British imperial system. Imperial units are
Yeah,
now
I-
legally defined in metric terms.
So you're saying that if you could switch America to another language, you wouldn't do it? Just
No,
like
I
instantly,
wouldn't.
everybody would. Yeah, exactly. So
What-
why
What
why
does
wouldn't
that
you
have to do
switch
with
F to
anything?
C?
What?
If you don't like Britain and F came from Britain, and you don't like that the English language came from Britain and would switch English to another language.
I just said
if it
I
was easy.
wouldn't.
Oh,
I would
it's
not,
not your
dickhead.
mic cut, so it sounded like you said I would.
All right, folks. We're gonna play a little
hate
trivia
languages
game.
Other than English.
We're gonna play a little trivia game, folks. It's called Guess That Measurement. I'm gonna give you the name of the measurement, and you're going to tell me, what is the equivalent. So what is used to measure it, right? Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. So beard second. It's a measurement of distance. What is it? What is it defined as?
Wait, hold on. what?
Beards per second?
It's
Pardon
called
me?
a beard second. BEARD
Get out of here with this British shit.
dash
I don't want to hear this British shit.
SECOND.
No, I don't fuck with this British shit.
So a
No idea.
It is
I know
a-
stone is like 13 pounds. That's about it.
it is
I
a
also
unit.
know a moment is a minute and a half, and then fuck. I know a
So-
halfpenny is a half cent.
So a beard second is a unit inspired by the light year, but for extremely short distances. A beard second
What?
A beard second is defined as the length an average physicist's beard grows in a second, about
Okay,
5
that's not real.
nanometers.
That's a joke. That's a joke measurement.
Moot. What
I
is a
think
moot?
We can define beard second by a joke.
Moot would be your point.
What is a moot? It is a measurement of distance.
It's the size of my dick.
So a moot is defined to be equal to 5 feet and 7 inches.
Oh, that's a huge cock. Holy shit.
The height of Oliver R. Smoot. He was a MIT student whose fraternity pledge in 1958 was to be used to measure the length of a Harvard bridge. The bridge's length was measured to be 364.4 smoots, plus or minus 1 ear. Perhaps it was fate that Oliver Smoot later became chairman of the American National Standards Institute and president of the International Organization for Standardization.
Bro, if I haven't, that's the most corrupt shit I've
So,
ever heard.
from what I was saying, from what I was hearing, is this man was dared as a pledge for his fucking fraternity to lay across a bridge, and they were just like, yeah, so this is now a new measurement.
Dude,
last name.
I hate scientists.
Smoot sounds like a shitty Rick and Morty currency that he's come up with.
It does.
Hey, you a schmoot.
All right, so we're gonna go into megalithic yard. Is a measurement of distance.
That's
I'm
just,
Pickle Schmoot.
bro. That's just a big yard. It's just like it's just like Jeff Bezos'
Okay,
yard.
so do you think it is bigger or smaller than a yard?
It's probably
Holy
smaller.
fucking
Now
hell.
that you give me the option,
Eat
it's
my ass,
probably
Nemesis.
smaller.
Get the fuck away from me. Actually, don't eat my ass. I'm a woman.
Okay, so megalithic yard, after analyzing survey data from over 250 stone circles in England and Scotland, a Scottish professor of engineering Alexander Thom came to the conclusion that there must have been a common unit measure, which he called a
Alexander
megalithic
Thom.
yard, which was equivalent of 0.9074 yards. Smaller
Why?
than a yard.
Why?
So
though?
the chat asks, what is a OLF? OLF. what kind of measurement is it? And
That's a character from the Muppets.
I'll let Z go ahead and
You're
spawn
thinking
with that.
Alf, James.
Oh, I am thinking Alf, and it's not the Muppets. He's just another puppet.
Okay, we have an interesting
Yeah.
one. This is kind of a gaming trivia too. What is a bloit? What is a bloit? BLOIT.
No idea.
Okay. He said gaming trivia.
Yes.
So it's probably either Star Trek or
Why would it be Star Trek if it's
because
gaming
there's a
trivia?
video game of Star Trek, okay? And Brandon has played it.
I have
That
not.
would be. That would be.
Am I correct?
No, I have
that
not
would be
played this
film
game.
trivia.
You mean TV show trivia? Get it fucking right.
TV
shows
show
first?
falls under film, dickhead.
Okay, so this is a
No,
game from the
very
from
wrong.
this is a game from 1977.
I don't fucking know, dude.
So
Is
in
it
these,
like the length of the Pong board?
we shall read. In the Zork games, the Great
it's
Underground
Zork.
Empire
Of course
had
it's
its own
Zork.
measuring system. The most common unit was the bloit, defined as the distance the king's favorite pet could run in 1 hour.
This is some dwarf fortress shit.
So let's go ahead and
Makes
talk
sense
about.
coming from a dwarf.
Let's go ahead and talk about the suggested unit of measurement. What is a OLF? OLF. The unit of.
It sounds like something that
Sounds
I
like
don't know.
something Is that the length of a crack pipe?
maybe.
No, but I wish. Yo, hey, do you have one of them 1 OLF ones?
No, dude, you got to get the 6 Ulf one.
Gotta get the 6 OLF. Okay, so an OLF is a unit of measure to measure the strength of a pollution source. It was introduced by Danish professor the
I just want
Olfanger.
to say, Brandon, I really appreciate how hard you laughed at my shitty joke about crack pipes.
So 1 OLF is the sensory pollution strength from a standard person defined as an average adult working in an office or similar non-industrial workplace, sedentary and in thermal comfort, with a hygienic standard equivalent of 0.7 baths per day. And whose skin has a total area of 1.8
Also,
square
why are
meters.
they measuring it in baths? Baths are fucking disgusting.
Okay. I'm sorry, but who the fuck went to all this length, dude? P. Olfanger needs to calm the fuck down. Literally listen to this whole fucking thing. It's one continuous sentence that goes 1 OLF.
Has a hygiene kink.
One OLF is the sensory pollution strength from a standard person defined as an average adult working in an office or similar non-industrial workplace, sedentary and in thermal comfort, with a hygienic standard equivalent of 0.7 baths per day, and whose skin has a total surface area of 1.8 square meters.
Here's the thing. It's not even 1 bath. It's 0.7 baths.
Yeah,
that's got to be equivalent to like
so
shower.
So this is my thing though. Not only did they define like this fucking term, but now they defined what a unit of measurement of bath is.
What? Yeah, 0.3 shower.
You have.
Yeah, it's equivalent to less of a shower because you're not bathing in your own body suit.
here's the examples of typical scent emissions. A sitting person emits 1 OLF. An athlete emits 30 OLFs. A marble emits 0.01 OLF.
Damn, athletes are stinky.
Linoleum 0.2, synthetic fiber 0.4, and rubber gasket 0.6.
James, I'm glad that we can agree that baths are fucking disgusting objectively.
Dude, okay, baths are just human soup. If you take a bath and you don't shower afterward, you're dirty. You're coming out of the bath.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think it depends on how dirty you are.
Okay, but
if your middle age is dirty, and you take a bath, you come out cleaner.
I don't mean objectively. I mean in my opinion. You are dirtier coming out of the bath than going in the bath. In my opinion.
I'm gonna stick to my guns here. I think it's dependent on how dirty you are.
All right, are you ready for this one? What is a sheppy? It's a measurement of distance. What is a sheppy?
It's how far a dog can run.
It has something to do with a sheep.
Okay, I'm
Probably.
actually so I'm gonna start giving points.
That's some Welsh shit.
I'm gonna start giving points. Okay, so after this one, I'm gonna start giving you guys points.
Kind of what it is.
I'm gonna start giving you guys points for whoever says a key word in the description. You get a point.
Oh, so I was right. It
Yeah,
has
so you
something-
don't get a point in this one, but yes, you're right on the money. So a sheppy is defined as the closest distance at which sheep remain picturesque, which is about 7/8 of a mile. The unit is the creation.
Very subjective. No,
Picturesque?
that is subjective.
What?
That's 100% subjective.
So
That's not
What
an
the-
accurate.
So hold on. So as a side little tangent, so the person in chat who recommended the Ulf unit actually has some useful information. Ulfs are used when you are designing the internal environment. So every gym and a locker room has to be designed to match the Ulf requirements. So it's an
That
actual
absolutely does not happen.
it's an
I'm
actually
telling you
used
right
thing.
now,
I don't
I'm telling
know
you right now,
I
that
don't
does not
know
happen.
what the requirements are for this, but
I've been in
it
some
seems to be
stinky locker
pretty
rooms.
strict. Okay, so yeah, so the unit of creation was Douglas Adams and John Lloyd, including in the meaning of Liff, their dictionary of objects for which no name. So they just created this measurement where they're like, huh, these sheep look awfully picturesque. We're about to be 7/8 of a mile, so like, yes, we'll call this a sheep. How far did you?
Dumbest shit I've ever
How
heard.
far did you run today? Approximately 1.7 sheppy.
You know, if I was a sheep and you looked at me from the distance I ran away from this
Yeah.
house, I'd look very picturesque.
if you look at me from a little farther away,
Why? I like how it's just based on sheep too.
It's
Yeah.
just sheep.
not-
you like hit it right because it was sheppy, so you like hit it right on the money.
Fucking Welsh.
Okay, so you guys are gonna start getting points now
Are
for
those men,
getting
are
close.
Those men Welsh?
Let's go ahead and take a look.
Look on their fucking Wikipedia.
Any
They
money?
might be Scots.
Give me their
they
social
might be
security
Scottish.
numbers.
So we have Douglas Adams. Let's see,
That is-
Douglas Adams.
sounds- They probably don't even have Wikipedia pages.
Douglas
They made up
Adams
the
is
sheppy.
English,
So it's
and
Welsh.
John Lloyd is
English people don't know that sheep exist.
not come up on anything.
English
important.
people.
Okay.
English people in quotes shouldn't. Well, they don't have rights. So I
Okay,
guess-
moving on
I
before
guess
we
what-
offend an
the rest
entire
of what I
nation.
was gonna say is moot.
So that's what we
No,
call a
it's-
callback in the biz.
Yeah, come on.
So here we have the next one. All right, this is for points.
I didn't even do that on purpose.
So this is for points. What is a seriometer? A seriometer.
Serio?
SIRIOME.
What?
Yep.
Oh, you spelled meter too. I was really. I don't know, dude. It's
Okay.
like the length of a cereal box.
All right, so Zach, your guess is
Turd Ferguson.
Ferguson. Okay, so the seriometer is a rarely used measure equal to 1 million astronomical units, i.e., 1 million times the average
Oh,
distance
Jesus
between the
Christ.
sun and the Earth. This is about 15.8 light years, about twice
If
the
I have to
distance.
hear about AUs one more fucking time, I'm gonna lose it.
Ooh, this is
Why
a
do you
good one.
hate gold, James?
All right,
I mean, it's an ugly metal, but I want to know why you hate it.
this is
Because it
actually
breaks
really
fast in
cool.
Minecraft.
This is actually
Huh?
really cool. Okay, what
No,
is?
I wanted to hear what James was saying, Brandon.
It breaks fast in Minecraft, so it gets the shit from me.
All right, are you ready? What is a Mickey? It's a measurement of
That's
distance.
oh, that's the length of Disneyland theme park.
No, see, I think it's the length of. I think it's going to be a smaller measurement. So I think that it is more like the length of a pair of Disneyland ears.
Okay, interesting. So one Mickey, named after Mickey Mouse, is the length of the smallest detectable movement of a computer. This is about 0.1 millimeters, but its exact size depends on
Do
the
we
equipment
both
used.
get points for mentioning.
I'm gonna give you guys
Disney?
both. I'm giving you both both points for that.
We caught on to the Disney.
Yeah,
bit.
you got Cal on the Disney bit, so you guys got it there. So you guys both have a point. This next measurement is called double-decker bus. It's a measure of distance. Wonder what it is. So go ahead, Zach. What is your
Size of a
guess?
double-decker bus.
The
Yes.
length of one of the London City buses.
Okay.
Ditto.
Or
Yep.
No. It's the height.
or
One of
So,
them.
okay,
it
so
is going to be the distance between two bus stops.
so we're gonna do it this way. So it's pretty obvious. Now, is it in relation to the length or the height of a double?
It's the height.
I'm gonna go with length.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna change it to height because otherwise double decker wouldn't matter.
Okay. So you guys are both correct. Either one you chose would have been correct because in Britain, newspapers and other media will often refer to lengths in comparison to the length, 8.4 meters or 27.6 feet, or height, 4.4 meters or 14.4 feet
baby.
of a
My-
London
my
double-decker
dick-
bus.
My dick is a London.
So,
My dick is a double decker bus. Baby.
so yeah, you guys are both correct. So you guys both have a point, and that is 2 and 2.
I like how we both couldn't effectively do a British accent, so we just
Yeah.
sounded like Austin Powers.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Double decker bus, isn't it?
This
It's not
is
even that great. It's really bad.
Hold on, let me get into it, and then I'll do it. That's like a double decker bus, isn't it?
You sound like a crow. You sound like a crow screeching.
okay. Our next one.
She turned me into a double decker bus.
Now, what is a slug? It's a measurement of mass. What is it?
That is a
Slimy.
a type of firearm pellet.
So what is it?
sort
Its
of.
equivalent. It's
1
a
ounce.
measurement of mass.
I'm gonna go with 1 ounce because that is the weight of a shotgun slug, and James gave me that idea.
I'm gonna say that it's the weight of the arthropod, the slug.
Okay,
The
so
average weight of an
I like
arthropod.
how you have to specify that a slug is an arthropod.
Yeah.
so the slug is
Is it
a
crustacean? I don't know.
the slug is an English unit of mass. It's defined as the mass that accelerates by 1 foot per second squared when a force of 1 pound force is exerted on it. 593 kilograms.
Sounds like
Simple,
gun.
right? I like how it says simple, right? So it's a measurement. The actual
Gun.
mass unit is equivalent to 40.
It's a measurement.
It's
of
gun. It's gun.
It's the unit of gun.
Okay. So this one's next. What is a barn megaparsec? This is a
Okay,
measurement.
can we do something else for a little
That's
while?
some Star
Yeah.
Wars shit.
We'll do this and then
For
we'll
sure.
switch up to it. But this is
Can
a
we
unit
just
of volume.
Skip this one.
You want to skip this one?
Barn
Okay, I'm gonna give you a
megaparsec.
choice. Would you rather guess what a shake, jiffy, donkey power, or megafonzi?
Donkey power, 100%.
You want to guess what a
Uh,
donkey power is?
Donkey power is gonna be. Ooh. Shit. How is horsepower defined? 'Cause-
The work a horse can do. Day.
Okay,
the
so
actual
donkey
definition.
power is gonna be more than horsepower then. If that's how it's
I
defined.
don't think it's the work because that's
So,
really subjective.
horsepower,
Yeah.
a
Amount
unit
that it can pull.
a unit of power equal to 550 foot-pounds per second or 745 watts
Yeah.
is the
It's the amount
definition
that it can
of
pull,
it.
basically.
So what is the donkey? What is a donkey power?
It's gonna be less than horsepower. Probably.
No,
You can give me
'Cause a
exact
donkey
wattage
can pull
or
more than a horse.
Well,
percentage.
but donkeys can pull more, but not as fast.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So donkeys have more horsepower.
So you guys can give me the wattage amount or a like percentage.
I'm gonna go with 1.3 horsepower per donkey
I'm
power.
gonna go with 2.5.
Okay, so a playful engineering unit defined as 250 watts, approximately 1/3 of a horse.
Approximately what?
1/3, so it is less.
Oh,
Is-
I was right. Fuck you.
It is a third as
my
powerful
ass.
as a horse power.
Okay, horses are fucking powerful, dude. Donkeys have stamina, but they don't have the power.
No, donkeys can pull more than a horse. Because horses really easily injure themselves.
That doesn't mean that they can't pull as much. That literally makes no sense. That's like saying, oh, the donkey can't pull as much because the donkey can injure itself too.
All right, we're gonna play another game.
Basing a scientific notation off if an animal gets injured doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's a fucking retarded unit of measurement anyway.
Yeah, but it's used quite frequently.
Okay, so let's talk about some crazy, wacky inventions that were in the past,
I
and
just
thankfully,
typed in Google how powerful is a whore.
What?
now the measurement
It's a
of
message
power
for you.
is sucks per second. So we're gonna talk about some crazy, um, you know, kind of like early 20th century inventions here. I have a notable one. It's called the urban window baby cage.
That's for killing your child.
Dubbed by
No,
Time,
it's for keeping your child from killing themselves.
dubbed by Time as one of the greatest, hitting, um, dubbed by Time magazine, I'm assuming, as one of the 50 worst inventions. The urban window baby cage was used in the 1930s to give infants plenty of fresh air. Doctors believe that
They
this would
just dangle them outside the window.
yes,
That's pretty sick.
doctors believe that this would
What is
boost.
this fucking the prelude to Michael? Was it invented by Michael Jackson?
No, I'm also sharing my screen so you can see as well. Dubbed by Time as one of the 50 worst inventions, the urban window baby cage, plenty of fresh air. Doctors believe that this would boost youngsters' immune systems and help them stay healthy. However, the health benefits may have been nullified by the obvious risk of dangling a baby several stories above a city street.
Okay, I'm looking at those shoes.
Doesn't sound like
though.
that bad of a risk.
Tell me about those shoes.
All right, so these are Siamese dancing shoes. Got 2 left feet? These Siamese dancing shoes, specially designed for ballroom dancing, might fix that problem. They were featured in the spoof Better Living catalog in 1981, potentially as a joking way to help couples stay in sync on the dance floor.
Zach, let me explain to you what these shoes look like. So you know, like a women's pair of just like basic high heels,
Yeah.
and then just like men's dress shoes.
Is it a combination of those?
No, imagine those 2 pairs of shoes, but they're connected at the toes.
Attached by a toe.
Oh. Okay.
Very cursed.
Next we have the yodel meter. Before the music world had autotune, there was the yodel meter. The device, photographed circa 1925, could measure the pitch of a singer's voice. Pretty cool. So like early stages of, pitch detection. Oh. Next we have this crazy thing. It looks like a park bench attached to the vehicle.
That looks sick. Why can't those be now?
This is called the rubber bumper.
Why can't those be mandatory for truckers to drive from?
This is called the rubber bumper. The first few decades of the 20th century were a dangerous time to be on the road. Some years, car crash deaths surpassed 20,000 people, and injuries were in the hundreds of thousands. Inventor A.J. Graham tried to make things a little safer with series bumper, a sponge rubber seat that promised to protect pedestrians from injuries if they were hit by a speeding auto. So just bust out your knee and have you sit down on the way to the hospital. Oh, that's horrible. So here we have the mass shaving machine. No longer confined to the factory floor, the assembly line hit barbershops in the 19th century with mass shaving machines. The unusual invention allowed barbers to shave a dozen men simultaneously. Anything for efficiency, right? That seemed horrendous.
I'm guessing it slit somebody's throat.
Yo, that's some Sweeney Todd shit.
I'm sure it was very short-lived.
Yo, it's the spaghetti aid.
So here we have the spaghetti aid. Eating a bowl of pasta got much easier when this spaghetti aid was invented. It would wind spaghetti noodles around the fork in seconds. It's hard to imagine that this novelty invention had any staying power, but it returned to the market in recent years, complete with a battery power upgrade. the family bicycle.
How was it powered before?
By a hand crank, so similar to how you reload
Oh
G-Rock.
God.
So how we're here.
That
Here
is
we have
horrible.
here we have pictured a family bicycle.
I'll talk about this one to be honest with you.
This is interesting. The whole family could enjoy the pleasures of a bike ride with inventor Charles Steinlauf's historical machine, which included a spots for 2 people to pedal, 1 person to ride in front, and even a dedicated seat for a seamstress to continue her sewing work on the go. 4-person bicycles are still available today, but you might have to look far and wide for one sewing machine.
Damn, we hated women so much that we said you can sew on the go.
You can't
Sew
ride.
on the go.
You can't ride a bike, but if you want to, you must sew.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Well,
You can't
evidently
have a-
she is riding a fucking bike.
You can't vote or drive, but you can ride a bike while sewing.
I want to pedal. No. All right, next we
Wait,
have
there's not pedals on the seamstress seat?
no. It's not even powered by the fucking pedals. You think that they would like inline chain it to so it could run off the bicycle? No, they have like the entirety of a sewing machine, so like the foot pedal and everything. So
How the fuck is that even
so-
powered? It's
so
just got a battery.
it's so on the bottom
Well,
there's that
okay,
foot
it
pedal
kinda
that you
makes
crank with
sense
your
for
foot.
it kind of makes sense for it to not be powered by the fucking.
That's true because you couldn't
pedal.
turn it off unless you had like
Yeah.
a clutch or disconnect. But here we have the chain smoker. If 1 cigarette didn't offer enough of nicotine fix, smokers could
Oh.
inhale from 10 cigarettes at once with this chain smoker
You gotta
device.
get that nick.
The device might appall doctors today, but in the mid 20th century, physicians were proponents of smoking. Yo, look at this dude.
No, see, I want that.
They're trying to
now.
kill you, Brandon.
This is the amphibicycle. Pesky lakes and rivers didn't have to interrupt the careless bliss of bicycling in the early 1900s. This amphibicycle allowed them to keep going over water. Today's water bikes promise high performance, excellent balancing capabilities, and maneuverability.
I feel like an amphibious bicycle isn't a terrible idea though.
Oh, it's not. I think it's one of the.
If it's like
useful
a
things.
mountain bike or something and you're using it for like trailing, that's definitely not a terrible idea.
All right. Here we have the Dinosphere. Inspired by one of
Mono-wheel vehicle.
inspired by one of Leonardo da Vinci's fantastical ideas, British inventor John Purves created this monowheel vehicle in the early 1930s. Drivers could hit
So are
speeds
you
of
in a
up to
cycle?
kind
You
of.
sit in the wheel.
Yeah, you're sitting in the wheel.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've seen that thing before. It looks fucking sick.
Drivers could hit speeds of up to 30 miles per hour, but may have gone head over heels if they tried to brake hard.
Yo, you just spin if
You
you
just be
brake
put on a
too
brakes
hard.
on a spin cycle. It's amazing.
Hell
Nowadays,
yeah.
shoppers can shell out thousands of dollars for a pedal-powered monowheel that even glows in the dark.
Bro, I want a fucking mono wheel.
Okay, this is pretty cool. So here we have the duplex hand scale. Housewives could clear out the measuring cups from their cupboards and use the duplex hand scale for all their culinary needs in the 1950s. The plastic spoon could weigh whatever was put in it using the scale in the handle. Most of today's hand scales are not for baking, but for travelers looking to avoid excessive luggage fees. Flying. Not to mention the spoon scale that they use to measure small frogs. Anti-bandit briefcase. What is happening?
Is that the one that has a fucking pistol in it?
No,
So
this
this-
anti-bandit bag would release its contents all over the ground if a thief tried to steal it. It was perhaps a less frightening theft deterrent than a similar bag of the time, but would release a smoking chemical vapor if someone tried to snatch it.
Oh, so it just drops your shit everywhere. What if you accidentally? What triggers the necessarily the the
You just switch
fucking
hands and
drop.
it just spills
yeah, it just
everywhere.
detects your switching hands and then like ba 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 ba. Wrong handprint used. Here we have the water taxi. Travelers
Fucking biometrics.
who needed to cross the rivers from Somerville, Massachusetts, but didn't want to deal with the hassle of a ferry or rowboat could have perhaps hailed this water taxi for an on-demand service. The idea is still alive today. Ride-hailing app Uber launched a water taxi service.
Bro, you can get a fucking helicopter with Uber, and sometimes it's actually cheaper than a car. I don't know if it's because an error with
Oh.
their service, but have you seen that?
This is
No, it's
interesting.
because in New York the traffic is so bad sometimes.
This
that
is
it's
a
cheaper
horrible
to
idea.
literally fly in a helicopter than it is to drive a car.
This is a incredibly illuminated tires. Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company wanted to add flair to cars across America with these illuminated tires. Outfitted with 18 internal light bulbs, despite being well received, the flashy tires were too costly and impractical to produce on a large scale. However, a set was installed on the Golden Sahara 2, a concept car from 1954. The car was restored to all of its futuristic glory in 2019, complete with a set of 4 glowing tires from Goodyear. So if you hit a bump a little bit too fast, there goes one of your fucking light bulbs, I guess.
Golf robot.
The robot taught the art of the perfect swing to golfers in the 1920s. While this one probably had
I'm
limited
sorry, Mr.
capabilities,
Meeseeks.
a modern golf robot named after Tiger Woods
Been
scored a
golf
hole-in-one at PGA event in. That's very interesting.
Imagine having a robot named after you.
Right.
Yo, I need
Imagine
those
doing what
goggles.
Mr. Meeseeks couldn't.
So
I need those goggles. They have
Actually-
little windshield wipers on them.
next we have rain goggles for race drivers. Wipers didn't just belong on race car windshields in the 1930s, they also came on special rain goggles that drivers would wear in open cars.
You gotta remember, like, that's not a bad invention. That's something they actually needed because their windshields weren't fucking
Exactly.
big enough.
A chintzy plastic version of this invention is available on Amazon today. Oh. Air drive system. So this fan-powered car might have made more of a splash today than in the 1910s, considering the worries about climate change. This early invention maybe have inspired the compressed air-powered car that was featured in Shark Tank 2015. No. It might have inspired the fucking fan-powered boats. The hip trimmer. No need to hit the gym. People looking to trim a few inches off their waistline could simply jiggle the fat away with this vibrating exercise belt from the 1920s. Marketers of similar devices, which used electrical stimulation to promote weight loss in the early 2000s, reportedly were forced to pay $7 million by the Federal Trade Commission for exaggerating fitness claims. Huh, I wonder why. Yeah, it makes you lose weight. How? It just shakes the shit out of you. That doesn't work.
Shake, shake, shake.
Senora.
Oh, are you talking about the shake weight?
No, we're talking about the shake belt.
It's like the shit belt where you just wrap this belt around you and this machine just shakes you.
Oh, are you talking about the fucking waist trainer type shit?
Yeah, I'm sure it gave way to that. So here we have Churchill's pressure egg. Aircraft pressurization hadn't yet become mainstream during the time of Winston Churchill, so the Institute of Aviation Medicine built him his very own pressurized pod for safer flying at high altitudes. Sadly, it was rejected for its size and weight. Churchill was probably more comfortable in his C-54 Skymaster anyway. I mean, yeah. Oh. Oh no. Hey Zach, what do you think the
What?
Pramobile?
Promobile?
Yes,
Nothing good.
you are right. The Promobile is essentially a baby carriage put onto 4 wheels and a motorcycle engine attached to the back with a seat for the parent. With this 1920s Promobile, parents and their baby carriages could hit the streets at 15 miles per hour. Modern day versions of this design allow moms and dads to tow their youngsters in trailers that clip on behind the bike. I don't think the bike is motorized, is it? In modern day inventions?
Kill the babies.
Alright, so that's enough of those
I
silly
like the
inventions.
little mini spit take there. I don't know
Little-
who did
little
it,
mini
but
spit
it
takes.
sounded like a little poot poot, and I appreciate it.
Okay, so that's I love these. I love ingenuity. I love people make weird fucking things for others.
I don't. Some people need to be stopped.
I have a question for you guys. What is the largest baby ever birthed?
Six.
So
Like,
I
are you
mean, like,
talking in terms of
weight. I'm talking about
poundage?
weight.
I'm gonna say 40 pounds or less.
God.
I'm gonna say you can't say or less. That you can't say
Okay,
that. That's first
so
shit.
okay, between 35 to 40 pounds. How about that?
I'm gonna say 25 to 30.
James was closest. In January, an Australian mother gave birth to a 13-pound, 4-ounce baby at
Oh, yeah,
Mercy
we were
Hospital
really
in
wrong.
Heidelberg, Victoria. He broke
What
records
the
down
fuck?
under
Kids, dude.
and is believed to be the heaviest baby born in Victoria. The record for heaviest birth is currently
Oh,
held by giantess Anna Bates, who gave birth to a boy weighing 22 pounds and measuring 28 inches in her home in Seville, Ohio, on January 19th, 1879. The boy
okay,
died.
'cause I was about to say I was 12 pounds when I was born.
The boy died just 11 hours later.
Yeah, kill the baby.
That's a lot. That's very, very much.
Yeah, that first one I was like, there's no fucking way, because I was fucking 12 pounds when I was born, and I know I'm not that close to a fucking world record.
And then Z in the chat goes, I mean, Ohio.
That's fair.
What do you guys think about Guinness World
You were
Record?
gonna say, what do you guys think about Ohio?
What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about Ohio?
I don't know. It gave us Gavin, so I can't be too mad about it.
So let's
I
discuss.
can,
Let's discuss this, shall we? We're gonna go
'Cause-
review.
because we got Gavin as a
some-
replacement for Tommy.
We're gonna
I
review.
like
I'm
Gavin
kidding.
more than
I'm
Tommy.
kidding. Huh?
I like him more than Tommy.
We're gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
review.
No, in hindsight, Tommy did eat gum off the fucking bottom of a table one time. So
So we're gonna review some of the coolest, amazing world records. Number one, I have to agree, is the most. The longest wave surfed by a dog. How long do you think that dog surfed this wave, Zach?
like for time?
Let's do feet.
Feet.
Yeah.
I
What do you
don't know anything about surfing, so I feel like time would be a better measurement here, but
What do you know anything about the speed of a wave?
no, I don't.
Why the fuck would he know about that?
Exactly.
I
So
don't
how
go
can
to
you
the
do it for
beach.
time? All right. So what do you think? Just go distance. Just go distance. It's easy. This dog is way better at life.
320 feet.
You are super, super fucking close. It's 351 feet.
Shit.
So you're just
Shit.
like 30 feet off. Yeah. So U.S. dog Abby Girl surfed 107 meters or 351 feet at Ocean Beach.
Why is
Dog
the
Beach.
dog's name Abby Girl?
That's a great question.
I
don't think that's a bad name for a dog.
Abby Girl?
Yes,
Well,
Abby
she
Girl.
has two names. She has
Abby
two names.
Girl. ABBIE space GIRL.
No, that's not acceptable.
I agree.
I don't have
You
a
don't
problem.
get you don't get two names.
You're a dog. You are a dog.
You get one name. Even when you're a human, you don't get two
Okay,
names. You don't
so
get to be called two things.
I do not think that
I
this
don't know,
is.
man.
I do not think this is an impressive
I've
record.
I've seen some chicks with two names.
So, the longest fingernails on a pair of hands.
I've seen pictures of that.
I've seen the guy. I've seen the guy because they
fucking
brought him on
3 feet or
Jackass,
some
and it's
shit.
disgusting.
So Zach, your first guess. What is the length of
Curled up or stretched out?
I'm pretty sure it's a guy, but
I'm seeing it just giving you a flat out length. So
I
they
know
probably
it
take a
goes
tape measure.
down and like scrapes the fucking ground.
They probably take a tape measure. Let's wrap it along. I don't find basic hygiene and feeling at it to be.
I mean,
Well,
Guess
nail-
what? The
they're
Guinness
going
Book of World
after it.
Records does.
Yeah, what if they're going after that record? That takes
Doesn't
some
make it
dedication,
noteworthy.
man.
It does take some dedication. I agree. But Chris
Yeah,
the
it takes
Duchess,
dedication to be a disgusting monster.
Chris the Duchess Walton's nails measure 10 feet 2 inches long on her left hand and 9 feet 7 inches long on her right hand. A total length of 19 feet 9.
I'm just gonna cut her hands off. Like, I think that's what needs to happen. She doesn't even get the opportunity to have nails.
What
So,
about her feet?
hairstyle goals.
Are her toenails trimmed, Brendan?
Surprisingly, yes.
Okay, then the feet aren't an
So,
issue.
next
If she
one.
starts throwing those out, we'll reassess.
What is the tallest walk record?
I'm gonna say 2.5 feet.
Okay. James.
I have no guess.
Okay, so Kaziro Watanabe's 44-inch mohawk was verified as the Bloc de la hair salon. So yeah, I think you're
That's
No.
closer to 4 feet.
that's a lot of hair.
I...
Ew, longest. What?
Have you seen that picture of the man with the world's widest tongue?
So-
and then his wife is in the fucking picture too.
What is Chanel Tapper's length? What's the length of her tongue going from the lip to the tip of her? Doesn't seem that. That's too much tongue.
It's not what she said.
It's 3.8 inches. Just not. Okay. Okay, that will conclude this edition of Debatespot Convos. That was with James and Zach. Catch us next time when we make another podcast. Don't forget, join us live on www.twitch.tv/theimmortal312 to catch the content live and have some of your input seen on screen and live to all the viewers. Thank you all so much, and as always, have a good one.